Hey guys, Ray from Love Your RV. So I'm back with part 2 of my FlowJet Macerator video. If you missed part 1, I'll link to it. I went in and went through the features of the FlowJet and also how I hook it up, and did kind of a demo with just some clear water. So I'm back to actually give a real world demo of dumping my tanks. I have it hooked up to a long hose. A lot of people would probably have it hooked up to their output on their rig, but I have a sort of a different system, so I'm using a hose. So we'll go in here and we'll start with the black. On the advice of one of the commenters, thanks for the tips, I installed a clear piece here. I also installed a shut-off valve, because some people told me, you know, if something happens to this, it stops running or it clogs up. It can be kind of a mess to separate it and work on it, so that's a smart idea to put in a gate valve there. So there's the garden hose, 3/4 inch garden hose. That's going to be the output. Then I have a fresh water washout hose here. And my brother-in-law has installed a port for me on his house, which is pretty cool. And it's going to allow me to pump through this garden hose right into his house. Just let me show you the cool port. Yeah, so here it is. This is a cam lock here. It's just to cover it. So we take that off. It exposes this fitting. And then on the end of my hose I have a cam lock. And I just fit her back on there. Oops. Like so. Then when I pull those back, that gives me a really good seal. Now this actually goes in through some piping and gets dumped right into his main sewer pipe that's going out to the city sewer. So no smell or anything, just goes right in. I'll go in later and show you that, but let's just give you a demo of dumping. I got 3 tanks to dump. Turn her on here. There we go. So you can see some of the stuff moving there. Goes into this area, and there's that 4 blades spinning really fast. Kind of acts like a blender. Any solids or toilet paper gets macerated, as they call it. Then the water goes into a chamber here, and there's an impeller. It's kind of a rubbery, it's called nitrile, I think, that's made of. Spins really fast, creates pressure and pumps up the hose. So I have a 3/4 inch hose here, and they say with a 3/4 inch hose you can do 50 feet. So it's going up that way and winding around and ending up over there, which is about 6 feet higher than the pump. Doesn't take very long actually to empty a tank. I'm seeing between about 3 and 5 minutes. They say not to run the pump more than 15 minutes at a time, or it can overheat. I think it has a little thermal fuse in it that if it gets too hot it'll shut down. Not too worried right now as the weather is pretty cool out. But I'll keep an eye on the heat. You can see it moving along in there. So that's handy to have the glass opening so you can see when it's coming to the end or if something comes along in clouds. Usually once it gets near the end of the drain, then the pitch of the sound pitch changes, so I can kind of tell. But I can also see this becomes not fully, it only becomes a halfway full. Yeah, you can see it starting now. So I'm actually going to go and open another tank. Open up my galley tank. Let it pour into there. There we go. I can also sort of help it along by adding fresh water flush to it. And you'll see it churn up here. And you kind of see it's coming in there. Helps it flow a little better and adds a little bit of water to it. Like I said in the other video, I'm using my Lion Energy Safari ME box, the 25 volt plug, and it's working quite well. You can wire it to the RV batteries, no problem, but I kind of like this. I have the box and it makes it sort of portable. I can move it around anywhere I want. Now last I'll open my shower tank. There's the house hookup, so you can see no leaks or drips or anything with that nice cam lock fitting. I can feel it getting a little warm there. All you can do is take a break and go in and show you the inside plumbing. Turn her off there. Shut that for now. We'll go inside and I'll show you how it was plumbed into the main sewer. So there's where it comes in through the wall, and it's all perfectly sealed on the outside with sealant and everything like that. So not even small ants can get in or anything. And it expands from the 3/4 inch garden hose into an 1.5 inch drain pipe. Comes through these rafters over there, gets fed through 2 of the rafters, and then drops down right there, down, 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 right here, and then it goes in to the main sewer pipe right there on a connection and drops right in. So it's a pretty short run into the main. This is the pipe that all their toilets are hooked to. So all their toilets flush down this pipe, and then it connects to the old, it's a 1950s house, the old cast iron pipe, and there's the main clean out, and then right out. So this is kind of a work bathroom in the basement, and we did try it into this toilet, just if anybody's curious, and it worked no problem. Just stuck the hose down and around a bit under the water, and actually took a clamp and clamped the hose just so it wouldn't pop back out, and it drained into the toilet no problem. The only downside of doing the toilet is you're going to get odor no matter what, especially when it's the black's coming through or the galley be kind of stinky. You can flush it every once in a while, but it does work. It doesn't overflow or anything like that, and it does the job in a pinch. But straight into the sewer is a much cleaner situation. Okay, continue on. There we go. Okay, starting to run dry here, so I'm gonna start pumping some fresh water. So by doing that, I can clean up the blades in there, get rid of any extra debris that's in there. People that do this a lot at their houses also say once their tanks are drained, they go in and dump some more water into their tanks, especially their black tank, because this thing doesn't get as much of a whoosh or a flush as dumping, a major hose, a big hose into a dump. It's a little bit more of a slow drain, so it can leave some solids behind in your tanks. I'm not too worried because we're leaving in about a couple days. We're going to be leaving, and then my tanks are going to get lots of jostling around as we make our way down to the the southwest. There we go. So I dumped my 3 roughly 40-gallon tanks in around 15 minutes or so. You can see the inside of the beast here. This is where the water comes in to do the clean out. But you can see in there is some debris and hair that gets wrapped. That's a big thing. If there's a lot of hair or something in the tank, it can get wrapped around those blades and cause a problem, stall out the motor or whatever. So you got to clean that out, make sure it's good. I've heard some guy saying he puts like a vegetable oil inside there too to help keep things running smooth. They also, on the end here, they have a cap that you can pull off, and you can put a screwdriver blade into that and turn things in there in case it ever gets kind of seized up from hard water or something like that. But that's about it. Seems to be doing the job. But you know me, at some point I'm going to be taking this thing all apart and having a really good look at it. I've had some people complain that theirs quit really early on, or they go through a few of them every year or so, and then other people are reporting that they've had them for many years and never had a problem with them. So I don't know, it's kind of hit and miss. Maybe there's some knockoffs being sold out there, or could be user abuse as well. But anyway, I'm kind of curious, so at some point I'm going to disassemble all this and have a really good look at how it works and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. But I'm not going to do it before we leave here, because I want to use it for kind of a final dump before we leave. Anyway, that's part 2. Give you a good demo of a dump anyway. Till next time, Ray from loveyourrv.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers, folks.